Welcome back to the channel, and on this episode, we're going to talk about different types of logos and take a look at some examples from my portfolio on why I went with each type. Now, as a designer, I've created a variety of different types of logos for different types of projects. And for each project, it calls for a particular solution. Depending on the brand, the type of logo I end up designing varies. The logo is the brand's visual cue. So that cue will need to be different, and that difference may be found in the type of logo that I design. So a logo can fit a particular class of logos, and we can look at some examples from my own portfolio to show you the different types. Now, an iconic mark is like the Jordan Jumpman, the Nike swoosh. Like, these logos are minimalist but impactful. This type of logo usually works for brands that want to deliver something to the audience that they can easily recognize. And some definitely mention about the ease in which an audience member of your brand can recreate the logo on their own. So this type of logo is useful also for brands that need to create logos that may operate in different colors and be applied to a variety of different things. With the Shy Side logo, Shy Side Creative being the first name that I came up with for my freelance design side, I wanted something simple but mine that I could attach to various things. I wanted my own kind of Jordan Jumpman-esque type. So this is why I went with that iconic mark for Shy Side. Now, a word mark found in my design of Pawnee, which was a part of a larger brand identity system that I created for the city of Pawnee, Indiana, of Parks and Recreation fame. It's simply the brand name written out, and it can be written out through the use of a font, various font, typefaces, or you can create your own font or create your own lettering and make that come together, which is what I did for Pawnee. Each letter was custom made by me in Adobe Illustrator. Now, a monogram is where you take two or more letters, and bring them together. Usually it's representing an abbreviation, the initials of an individual or a company, or it's representing an acronym of sorts. Now, with Stroll City Strivers, I created this to kind of give my fantasy football team a classic look, a classic alternative to the full-on mascot type logo that I first created. And with the young professionals of Stillwater, we are often referred to as YPS, so it made sense to have a mark that represented that. Young professionals with Stillwater, a lot of letters, and cannot be used in as many ways as the YPS, and it cannot be used in the same places as the YPS. Plus, YPS, it's quicker, it's more visual on the eyes. So with the YPS, it just works that way to make it into a monogram type logo. So a letter form is when you're not talking about a whole word or brand name. You're not talking about an acronym abbreviation. You're talking about one letter to rule them all. One letter that is going to represent your brand. And a couple of examples of that in my own portfolio is the D from the Dudley High School Band of Thunder that I did, the Bratcher Sports and Education B, and my own B for Creative Bobby. You have to make sure that that letter stands out so people know that that letter is your letter. With the Dudley High School, with the D for Dudley High School Band of Thunder, there's actually a hidden bass clef in the D with a very visible lightning bolt in the middle to represent thunder. With the B for Bratcher Sports and Education, it uses the lines to reference a basketball. And with my own personal Creative Bobby logo, it's hand-drawn lowercase b. It's what I wanted to use as a signature. Now, as far as mascots and portrait type logos, these are more involved, and these require a lot more artistic talent that I don't think that I quite have yet to actually do these more than I do, but on occasion I've done them, and I feel like I'm getting better at it with each time that I attempt it. Now, going back to the Dudley High School, their mascot is a panther So I drew one in Illustrator, complete with musical references throughout. And recently, with the game streamer Knockout Ness, with her brand, I did a visualization of her face and gave that, because with that, like I said in a previous video, the more personal the brand is, the more likely you might go to this. Or if there's a specific visual or specific character that you want to associate with the brand, then you go with the mascot or the portrait logo. Now, with an emblem usually involves some type of crest or a seal type design where it's how all the visuals are housed within a shape. And working for Kappa Kappa Psi Tau Beta Sigma, I'm quite familiar with crests. Now, with the national headquarters logo, it's, in that circle with the visualizations, with the musical references within and references to each organization themselves. A lot of soccer and football clubs use emblems, which you can see in my Fiction City Football League project. And these are examples that you will see as far as government and universities use a lot of these. I used it for the city of Pawnee. I even used it in my tribute for Beyonce's Homecoming. I used a lot of references and a lot of elements that you commonly see in university seals, but then also put my own spin on it and specific things to Beyonce. And then there's the combination. An example of this in my portfolio is Lamalik's videos. So the combo mark is kind of the best of both worlds. So you have the visual, you have the image, but then you also have the words. So this is what you want to use when you want to make sure that people are tying the image with the words, with the name of your brand. So, and it's also very versatile because now you can use each piece individually as well as together. So with the audience having the ability to link your image, your iconic image with your name of your brand, it makes it easier for them to recognize them separately. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds, and it gives you multiple elements to work with. When approaching a brand project, you want to analyze the market, analyze your goals, see what's best for the brand itself, which one of these will work best for you. How will your logo stand the test of time? How will it be recognizable to your target audience? And do you need multiple types underneath a larger visual brand identity strategy? These are the questions that you have to ask and kind of review so that you can come to the right solution. Choose wisely. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below, which is your favorite type of logo? Which one are you leaning towards? Remember, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.